We're now joined with our sports reporter, Corey Brooks.
Good evening, I'm Corey Brooks with your tour of the sports world. It's deja vu for the Gator soccer team as they take on Florida Gulf Coast in the first round of the NCAA tournament, just like last year. Both teams entered this NCAA action after sweeping their conference regular season and tournament titles, and just like last year, Florida gets the win with a clean sheet, picking up the W 2-0. Going on right now in the O-Dome, the women's basketball team just tipped off its season. The Gators are hosting Fairfield, the university, a small school from Connecticut. This is a Gator hoop squad with only one senior in Jennifer George, who's out today, and just 4 upperclassmen total. The new faces on the team include Oklahoma State transfer Vicky McIntyre. You saw her there. Checks in at 6'7". Florida is up 10 at the half. It's technically not an aircraft carrier. It's an amphibious assault ship with a flight deck. Despite that, the Carrier Classic is tonight, Florida versus Georgetown, on board the USS Baton in Jacksonville. Florida will be without its starting point guard Scotty Wilbekin, who is suspended for undisclosed reasons. But that's not the only adversity the Gators will have to overcome, as it looks like it's going to be cold night on deck. Gator head man Billy Donovan says he's taken the game as a learning experience.
Both teams are dealing with similar circumstances there, and because it's a new situation, there's probably be some things that I would look at it after the game was over with, say, man, I would like to have maybe done this a little bit differently because it's our first time going through it.
Tip-off is at 9, and you can hear all the action on WRUF-FM Country 103.7 The Gator. And it's homecoming weekend here in Gainesville, which means it's time down to bring out the fabulous Cajun chicken, ladies and gentlemen. The Ragin' Cajuns are coming to town. The Florida Gator football team will welcome Louisiana to the Swamp this weekend. Louisiana comes in at 5-3 on the year and coming off a win over in-state rival Louisiana Monroe. Florida is 4-0 in their matchups with the Ragin' Cajuns, with their last meeting in 1996. Tomorrow's early afternoon game will be shown on the Gator Sports Network. The Florida swim team has a new assistant coach this year as Gemma Spofford works on a graduate degree. This Gator has quite a story in and out of the pool. As WUFT's Tori Petrie explains, when it comes to helping others, Gemma takes it personally, and now she's taking it to whole new levels.
On the University of Florida swim team, it would be easy to say assistant coach Gemma Spofford is great for the job because of her impressive swimming resume. Former Gator, British Olympian, and world record holder. But Gemma doesn't feel the need to be defined by her identity in the pool.
I've got more to give and I've got more to do in my life, and I want to take that next step forward.
The English swimmer retired from competition after swimming in this summer's London Olympics. In her new role, Gemma will aid in practice and recruiting.
This program has done wonders for me.
But her main responsibility is a role she's quite familiar with, counseling swimmers. She's in grad school to be a counselor, but she's been a listening ear for teammates ever since she was a Gator.
She's able to sit there, and maybe you just need somebody to talk to. She gave you that ear to talk to without rushing it or butting in.
Maybe it's because Gemma knows firsthand the importance of supportive coaches. Her journey hasn't been easy. After a health condition almost ended her swimming career in 2005, Gemma recovered only to lose her mother to cancer 2 years later.
This is one quote that will stay with me. Aim high, darling, and you'll reach your dreams.
Gemma credits her coaches for helping to pull her through the depression and dark times that followed.
Being able to go and sit in Wilby's office and speak to him and be able to just vent is really important to me, and they would just sacrifice their time. So I think it's really important for me to be able to give back to all those people and more.
Now helping others like herself is her main focus, whether it's at the pool or a different arena.
Gemma started volunteering here at the Alachua County Crisis Center in her undergrad years. Now she plays a key part in their support system, answering phones for the crisis line and even staying on call through the night to respond to emergency situations like suicide attempts, just to help people when they need it most.
What probably makes her a world-class athlete, that passion and that commitment and that drive and that dedication and that willingness to risk. Those are the qualities that we see in her here.
Gemma hopes to take her passion for helping people international with an organization called Right to Play. She's currently training to climb Mount Kilimanjaro to raise money for the organization that uses sports to help teach children how to overcome obstacles in life. And those who know Gemma say it's no surprise she wants to find more ways to help.
Helping people is in her DNA. That's what she likes to do.
Add that desire to the top of her resume. Tori Petrie, WUFT News.
Wow, that was quite a story. But before I head on out of here, some breaking news is the Los Angeles Lakers fired their head coach Mike Brown earlier today after a 1-4 start.
Wow, well, thank you, Corey.
And we've got one last check on the weather with WRUF forecaster Don Bartolomucci. Don.